Hey guys, welcome to the Daily Play with Joy Taylor. Thanks so much for joining us. Make sure that you hit subscribe and follow us on social at the Daily Play Joy Taylor. So the NBA playoffs continue. The big game that everyone was looking forward to was Lakers and Rockets, assuming that the Lakers would take care of business and close the Rockets out. However, they did not. They missed their chance and lost 99-93, despite Austin Reaves coming back and scoring 22 points in his return from injury. So the series now shifts back to Houston for Game 6 on Friday. It was a silver lining that Austin Reaves was able to come back. He looked a bit rusty at times, but he did still drop 22 points, and he gave the Lakers the secondary playmaking that they have desperately lacked with him not being out there and the loss of Luka Doncic. But the series now heads back to Houston for Game 6, and all eyes are going to be on Reaves to have a really big performance and end the Rockets season. Before the game started, Reaves spoke about his readiness. He said, "I want to get back out there as fast as I can. I've done everything I could do to be in good condition, be in somewhat of a rhythm as I can to go out there when I'm able to get on the court to try and make it as seamlessly as possible. I can't wait to get up and attack another day." They also talked about not having any minutes restrictions on him. So I think that he is the key to winning Game 6. What I don't like about this is extra time for LeBron James, who is 41 years old and just had to play 38 brutal minutes in a loss where he shot under 40%. So every extra game in this series, every drag on is an advantage to the Oklahoma City Thunder, who are young, who are sitting at home, rested and waiting. And I don't believe this is one of those, oh, do you want more rest type of thing. They just want a championship. They know what it takes to go through the NBA playoffs and get to the finals and win. So maybe Game 1, the first quarter isn't great for, for those of you who pay attention to those things. But I don't think that this is an advantage at all for the Lakers to be dragging this series out while OKC is sitting at home. They're younger, they're going to have fresher legs. And while I think Reaves will play a really significant role in Game 6, if the Lakers do end up winning, it just would have been so much better for the Lakers to close out at home, get this series behind them. It doesn't look like the Rockets are going to get Kevin Durant back. I don't think that all of a sudden the momentum has shifted to the Rockets. Like this was still available to the Lakers at the end of the game, even though most of the game the Rockets felt like they were in control. I just don't know how much more LeBron's tank is going to be full once this series is over heading into OKC. Not that I really think they have a chance at OKC at all, but if we want this to be a good series, we're going to want everybody to be where they need to be. They also shot terrible from three. They shot 7 for 27, 26% from three, and 42% from the field Thursday night. Of course, the Rockets are feeling great after the game. Sengun said, of course, they're coming back to LA for Game 7. Everyone feels amazing and nobody's tired. So, look, I don't think they're coming back for Game 7, but I also thought the Lakers were going to close them out in Los Angeles at Crypto, and they did not do that. So we will see what Houston's answer is for them in Game 6. So the Aaron Rodgers saga has taken a bit of a turn. So after the season, obviously he has reunited with Mike McCarthy in Pittsburgh, which I have lots of thoughts on. But he's been a little incognito since leaving the Steelers in the dark about his 2026 plans. So the Pittsburgh Steelers have had to make a move. They've gone deep into spring for the second straight year without any clarity on what he is going to do. So they made a rare procedural move to box him in. They placed the unrestricted free agent tender on Aaron Rodgers. So it guarantees a 10% raise, but it also ensures that they are tied to him. So they can match any offer that he has. Basically, this is how Schefter explained it. They placed the first right of refusal tender on Aaron Rodgers, meaning he can accept a 10% raise off of last year's salary, which would pay him about $15 million this season. And they also have the right to match any offer sheet that he would sign with another team. They'll receive exclusivity on negotiating rights if he does not sign by July 22nd. So it essentially guarantees that Rodgers will either play for Pittsburgh in 2026 or he will retire. This is exhausting for me as a Steelers fan, as someone who has watched this team their entire life, as someone who thinks of this organization as a very high quality winning organization. I just don't understand being held hostage by a 42-year-old Aaron Rodgers. And I know everyone was losing their minds about how he played last year. Where did that get to? All that work, and where did it get you? A blowout in the first round of the playoffs. I just, when is this organization going to go into the future? And I really do like Mike McCarthy. But moving on from Mike Tomlin to Mike McCarthy, it just seems like more of the same. I think Mike Tomlin is a better coach than Mike McCarthy. So if you are going to make a move that aggressive to move on from a coach like Mike Tomlin, who has never had a losing season, a Super Bowl winning coach, just the gold standard for coaching in the NFL, why wouldn't you go in a different direction? So I don't know. I just feel like the Steelers are being held back. I know they drafted Drew Aller in the third round, but he's a rookie, and yeah, I just don't think they're a Super Bowl competing team. And if you're going to move on from someone like Mike Tomlin, all of these moves should be aggressive. They should be forward thinking. And I'm just not seeing any of that with the Steelers. But look, this is the choice they made. So at least they guaranteed that Aaron Rodgers will be there this year. If he's going to play, who knows? I'm losing hope in the direction of the Steelers every day. But as the season approaches, I guess we'll get an answer from him one day what he's going to do. And they have Drew waiting in the wings if he decides that he doesn't want to play this year. It just seems like a very strange plan to me. But we'll see what happens. For more on this and other top stories of the day, tune in to the Daily Play with Joy Taylor at urban1podcast.com or wherever you get your podcasts.